Welcome everybody, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. Another lesson on the physics of our flat earth realm. Taken from the Way of Hermes, where Hermes is talking to Trismegistus, or Asclepius. I thought I would just read this bit here about the design or the physics of our earth, flat earth, written here. This knowledge is thousands and thousands of years old. So when science tells you that the ancients knew the world was a spinning ball, you can tell them to go take a big jump, because they're full of crap. It's spelled out in every form, every myth and legend and religion. I can find it. They can't find it though. And they think you're stupid, so they just spin you a story. So it's about the counter movement, which involves the Milky Way, the two-directional flow of the Milky Way. So I'll start reading. I'm on page 26 here of this book if you're interested. Once again, all that is moved is not moved in what is moved, but in what is unmoved. The mover is still. It is impossible for him to be moved. What are they talking about? They're talking about the black hole. Earth is from the hole. There's the black hole, okay? Inside the black hole cannot be moved. All the actions around the horizon. All out here. It's the ecliptic plane. The black hole is the centre, dead centre of the ecliptic plane, and the sun is on its horizon. Okay, so that's where life comes from, the action where the sun is. But the black hole is the father. But it's at rest. That's why Earth is from the hole, because Earth is fixed and stationary. The field moves around the Earth, the toroidal field. Okay, so for you have let's back up a bit. How then, O Trismegistus, this is Asclepius asking, how then, O Trismegistus, are these things here moved by those which move them? For you have said that the planetary spheres are moved by the fixed stars. You might have said that earlier on, but didn't say it right then. So what he's saying there, the fixed stars are in the vortex here, okay? This is the female end of the Milky Way. There's the Milky Way spiralling up to there. This one comes from the electromagnetic induction, feeds back this way. So all the background stars are in this vortex. So basically turns the system, or they're in the system turning. For you have said that the planetary spheres are moved by the fixed stars. So the planetary spheres, you could say, up here on the ecliptic plane, are turned by the fixed stars. So they are turning, because this is the vortex. So it's basically saying the vortex is the fixed stars, which is turning the ecliptic plane on top here. It is not the same movement, said Hermes, O Asclepius, but a movement in the opposite direction. For they are not moved in the same way, but in a way opposite to each other. This counter movement has a point for its movement that is fixed. Now you're thinking opposite spins. No, from opposite directions. They spin the same way, but they're coming in from opposite directions. This is coming up this way. Bingo. And this one's coming over from this way. Bingo. Creates equilibrium, the resting state of the black hole. And when they hit, it's the spark, like electricity, bang, you get the light of the sun. Okay? So you go back to what we know here on Earth is in electricity. Earth coming off through here, and the electromagnetic induction coming in this way. Put those two together, bang, boom, blow something out. You need a light bulb or something. Okay, so they're both, I mean, if you look that way, it's spiraling one way. You look that way, it's spiraling one way. But they come together, they're spiraling the same, and they hit the black hole, the sun, but they keep flowing through each other. So some create the sun and the black hole, but the waste carries on through, the leftover carries on through. Okay? You've got to treat this point here like a ring magnet. Like a ring magnet. You see, something on the horizon of the ring magnet won't fall into the black hole, which is the centre here. It won't. You put some metal on here, it won't fall in the hole. So this is the ecliptic plane, say. Nothing gets sucked into the hole this way. It can only get into the hole if you come up and down through this way, down through the hyperboloid, down through the centre, drop it straight down there. But there's a place of equilibrium where it gets fixed in the centre. It stops in the centre. And this one comes up and does the same thing. They sort of hit the middle there and stop, and that's where the two forces are creating the black hole. Okay? So I haven't got anything on me right now to show you, but that's what happens. You try pushing something into the hole from the top here, it won't go. You know, you get these silly dumb globies, science wannabes. They, everything gets sucked into the black hole. No, it doesn't get sucked into the black hole, dodo. So, for counter movement is the bringer of stillness. Okay? That force and that force brings the stillness, resting state. Now the planetary spheres are moved in the opposite direction to the fixed stars. So the average guy's just going to think, oh, one's going that way, and the other one's going that way. No, you've got to stop and think. You get this one spiralling up, and this one's spiralling in. So he's basically saying this part here is attached to this male end, maybe. Bringer of stillness. Now the planetary spheres are moved in the opposite direction to the fixed stars. Only this way, and it goes on to say that in a minute. They are moved by each other in opposition. The two forces that come together this is the two forces that come together to create gravity. Fix us to the earth. Bang, back like that. That's where we're held onto the earth. They are moved fixed up. Well, for counter movement, where are we? Is the bringer of stillness. Now the planetary spheres are moved in the opposite direction to the fixed stars. They are moved by each other in opposition. They are moved round their opposite by a point which is fixed, and it cannot be otherwise. So it's the perimeter of the black hole. They're all moving around the perimeter of the black hole. Okay, so we've got one force that's come up this way, another force going back this way. Those are the two opposites. Those two bears, the constellations which you see, neither set nor rise, and are turned about the same point. Do you think they are moved or are fixed? They are moved. Everything around the horizon of the black hole moves. O Trismegistus. Hermes. With what kind of movement, Asclepius? Asclepius. With a movement that turns around that point. Black hole. Hermes. The circular movement is a movement about that point, governed by that which is still. Circular. It's not elliptical. For revolution around that point prevents any digression. Digression is prevented if the revolution is established. Thus the movement in the opposite direction is stabilizing and is fixed by the principle of counter forces. Okay? Balanced there by the counter forces, the two ends coming in to meet. Bingo. You could say that's the plane of inertia, which has created the Earth in the first place. But then you break it down again and then just concentrate on the top of the Earth, we get the same system here. But Earth is from the whole, it's the same system. Inertial plane. Inertial plane. I shall give you an example upon Earth under your very eyes. Look at mortal beings. For instance, a man swimming. The water flows, but the counteraction of feet and hands provides stability for the man, so that he is not carried downstream. So you've got the water rushing, but he's swimming. But he's fixed and stationary. Even though he's swimming, let's say they're both going at the same speed, he's fixed, isn't he? Certainly not at rest, but it's fixed. It's balanced. Equilibrium. Asclepius. A very clear example, Trismegistus. What did you say Trismegistus for? And all these initials here are H for Hermes. All movement then is produced in that which does not move. Okay? Like I say, Earth is from the whole. We've all come from the place that does not move, the place of rest. And by that which does not move. Therefore, the movement of the cosmos and all living material turns out not to arise from what comes from outside the cosmos, but from that is within, which moves outward. Okay? Nothing out there comes in. It's a close unit. The system flows through the earth, up there, over there, down there, along the earth, up there, down there, through the earth, up there, up here, around here. What doesn't go up through into there, it comes around into here, because that's the flow of the magnetic field continuously flowing. It's like the flux of a magnet. It's always flowing. Okay? So it comes out of the north, flows over to the Tropic of Cancer, goes down to the ground, through the ground thou shalt go to the south, then it comes up, over the south to the Tropic of Capricorn, down through into the ground, along the ground thou shalt go, and back up out the north. Okay? It's all there. Spelled out, and just you could add that up to just one page of this little book. It's not the only book that describes all the physics of this. It's right through everything. Especially this gap here. It's fully described in the Iliad, but no one can read it. That's why I do these videos. If you want to learn, this is where you come. If you want to learn real physics, how the earth actually works, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Be sure to subscribe and put a thumbs up if you like this sort of stuff, and jump on board to my Patreon. You get more information in there. Cheers.